Hi, everybody. Hold on. Whew. All right. Let me just this down just a little. There we go. Sorry for starting a little later than planned. It turns out my antivirus got updated and was giving VTube Studio the stink eye. So I had to figure out fixing that problem. But we're all good now. All good in the hood. So they recently put out a couple of cards for Sylus. So there was the promise card. Here, I'll show you through the game. Hi, Sylus.
I dreamt about you while sleeping today. It's probably because I watched you sleep for too long last night.
Oh, you. Anyway, so he has one of the promise cards for this time period for the promise. So I was able to get that. And I also got...
I'm not used to wearing flamboyant, frivolous accessories on my hands.
Yeah. But I also got his event card, Passionate Appraisal. So, we're going to go through those two cards today, but on top of that, we're also going to go through the Wonder Trove story events. So, over the course of the few days, it unlocked these levels of the minigames Finders Collectors, and today they just unlocked Speed Match, which is instead of having to collect specific items, you have to clear the entire shelf like within like 300 seconds, I think it is. I could see why some people keep asking for this to be like a permanent minigame, because it does kind of scratch an itch in your brain of just like match. Maybe they could have it as like a playtime date thing where you're just like going shopping with one of the guys and you can earn some chocolates that way or something. That way people can be happy they can play it whenever they want, but then they wouldn't have it for the events anymore, so maybe that's why they won't do it, who knows. But anyway, so the treasure guide here has 4 chapters about an event that they posted here. So we'll read this article, then we'll do the chapters, then we'll do the Passionate Appraisal card, and then Shared Bliss. Alright? Let me switch back so that I don't have to look at my phone. I can look at my monitor. You can go down there. Okay, perfect. Ding dong! A mysterious castle is calling. Are you ready to explore? As night falls and the bells chime, the castle's corridor lights illuminate one by one. Legend has it that every midnight the castle's collection rearranges itself, and precious treasures that have never appeared before quietly emerge. The legendary castle is about to open its gates. A mysterious legend that's never been revealed before awaits. If exploring the ancient castle isn't thrilling enough, we've prepared a castle life experience plan. Forgotten medieval elegance. Experience wine tasting in the banquet hall and awaken dormant ceremony. Replica antique household items. The castle collaborated with supermarkets to launch various daily utensils, bringing medieval aesthetics into everyday life. Immersive classical competition. Invite companions to join a trial of synergy. Clear it to receive exclusive secret castle gifts. Share this invitation with someone you'd like to explore with. Transform into mysterious guests and uncover the castle's secrets together. I always wonder which people these like random commenters are. Sometimes you'll see them pop up in other articles that get linked. So it does have me wonder if it's referencing stuff, you know? Everything's ready except for a partner. I'm very timid and looking for someone brave to team up with me. I'll try not to scream and wail. New journeys need familiar companions. Twinkle's old friends have infiltrated the castle and are waiting to meet you. Good heavens, what I need isn't the chance to visit a castle, it's owning one. This castle has many ghost stories. If you want them, reply one and I'll DM it to you. Alright. So, we'll go back to the event and do the treasure guide chapters. Here we go. The legendary castle is about to open its gates. A mysterious legend that's never been revealed before awaits. A few days ago, I came across an advertisement for a castle exhibition and decided to check it out with Sylus. However, we didn't encounter any mysterious events. We've been listening to legends that have over-the-top dramatic embellishments.
In the days of yore, the valiant lord of the castle used the sword to drive away invaders from these lands. Legend says that this long sword was forged by him. The process took 81 days to complete. If you visit the castle's restricted underground forge, you might still hear the echoes of someone hammering away.
Under the exhibition hall's lights, a finely crafted sword inlaid with magnificent jewels gleams brilliantly from its stone pedestal. This sounds like something a third-rate novelist would write.
The sword is impractical and too ornate. It's only good for getting someone killed.
Look.
Shush you! No whispering. Pay attention to the presentation, please.
Sylus got scolded, but it could just be a display piece rather than like an actual weapon for combat. The very serious Otto catches us red-handed. After seeing the sword with its elaborate history, the fan stained with a lover's tears, and the cursed gemstone necklace, we finally arrive at the gift shop near the exit.
Would you like gifts from the castle's lord? Or would you like to experience the glory that the nobility can enjoy? Welcome to our special collaborative event challenge. You can redeem beautiful prizes. Give it a try.
Sounds like a marketing ploy. But we're already here. Should we participate in it anyway? And so that would lead, I think, to the matching shopping game. Carrying the spoils we won from the gift shop, I follow Sylus back to Anakinus' base. Sylus glances at the gaudy golden antique replicas on the carpet and raises an eyebrow.
Where are you going to put all of that, kitten?
I've had that question asked of me before when I buy stuff. Since they're spoils of war, they deserve to be displayed. And that is what I think about all the plushies I buy. Opening Sylus's display cabinet, I place a gilded antique cup next to his flintlock pistol that was made with ebony. Not bad. They actually complement your style.
Are you sure?
Look, Mephi agrees with me. Seeing Mephisto close his beak in frustration and just move toward him to show support, Sylus speaks in a relaxed tone.
This is what happens when you can't speak for yourself. People will put words into your beak. It's quite the experience.
It's okay. Even though Mephi can't talk, there are other methods of communication. For example, we have the fan language from today's exhibition. Using my right hand, I pick up an antique fan with floral engravings and golden accents. I open it. The leaf depicts an extravagant, lavish ballroom scene. The nobles who lived in castles were very particular. If you didn't understand the language of the fans, you couldn't communicate at parties.
If you want to know what someone is saying, a fan won't stand in your way.
Really? I switch the fan to my left hand and use its elegant leaf to cover the lower half of my face. It's a gesture that means I want to get to know you.
You want to get to know me? Isn't it a little late for that? You already know me inside out, kitten.
You remembered what it means? I thought you weren't interested in the explanation.
I wasn't interested because it was regurgitating old information. Nothing was new.
Sorry, my nosy is bothering me. You already knew everything that was shown at the exhibition? Raising my eyebrow, I twirl the fan in my left hand. It's the gesture for keep your distance. But he refuses to back away. He even takes advantage of my surprise to snatch the fan from me. That's cheating! No one said you could confiscate someone's fan when you didn't like their messages. Sylus twirls the fan between his fingers. He makes no attempt to deny my accusation.
The exhibition only taught one gesture for rejection. And we both know who's purposefully being mischievous right now.
Oh, that means rejection? I must have remembered it wrong. I thought it meant. The head of the fan stops at my chest and it's right over my heart. The gesture means you have my heart.
It doesn't matter what you thought. This is the only acceptable answer.
My heartbeat quickens in response to the gesture he made. Not wanting to appear completely flustered, I clear my throat. Back then, gentlemen wouldn't have been so direct.
Having excessive gentlemanly restraint is pointless nowadays. Being direct is more effective than probing.
A playful smile tugs at his lips as he toys with the fan. When his fingertips trace the leaf held together by the fan's ribs, he scoffs.
A replica will always fail to capture the true essence of the original.
Does the original have a hidden secret? I lean in to examine it more closely. The thin ribs and fragile silk don't reveal anything. It's just a beautiful fan.
The ribs are sharpened at the tips, but the head is blunt. The original must have had a special mechanism.
His thumb glides over the ribs, then he presses down on the rivet.
I knew it was a hidden weapon. Pressing this would cause a blade to spring out. The replica is just an empty shell. However, the castle lord who made this probably didn't want people to know what was hidden inside.
Wow. A seemingly ornate, useless fan that could take someone's life. Grabbing the fan, my gaze sweeps across it. Now I sense the deadly intent that once lurked beneath lavish banquets and golden splendor. If only it had the original's mechanism.
No one expects to use this kind of art for murder.
Danger is also part of its artistry. I'm reminded of the castle's forge that's not open to the public. We only saw a photograph which displayed a corner of the furnace. But in that very same photo, I saw the shadows of several weapons on the floor. Maybe this mysterious fan was created there. Now I really want to visit the castle's forge. I wonder if there are weapons with even more fascinating stories.
Even the deadliest weapons become simple pieces for display purposes. They're just like that sword.
His gaze sweeps over my eager expression, and he pauses.
If you want to see a forge, I have one.
Is it like the forge I'm imagining? It has a furnace, bellows, and anvil?
It's not that primitive. I used to forge various things, but I haven't used it in a long time. Do you want to check it out now?
Based on what I know about Sylus, his forge should have a lot of unusual items. Let's go! I lean towards Sylus, but he presses one finger against my forehead and pushes me back.
I'm afraid you'll have to wait. Unless you want to be buried in dust, that is.
When we visit it, I'll bring this fan with me. Maybe it'll become a weapon that could defeat my enemies in one strike after a few modifications.
It can already do that.
Takes the fan from me before I can even see him move. The fan's guard is pressed against my throat, and I become acutely aware of the threat it poses.
If you're fast enough, and aim at the body's weak points. Say, for example, the eyes.
The fan snaps open, its sharpened ribs barely missing my hair as it sweeps past me. Air glides over my eyes. My heart races. A few seconds pass, then I immediately grab his hand. I want to try. The fan lands in my hand. Recalling his movements, I try to spin it around my fingertips. I fail miserably. It's lighter than a gun. I can't find its center of balance.
Give it another shot. It shouldn't be difficult for you.
Behind me, Sylus grabs my wrist, and his breath caresses my ear.
Relax your fingers. Use your wrist.
After familiarizing myself with the fan's weight and material, I quickly get the hang of it. But the spinning fan clatters to the floor once again. My chances of succeeding are worrisome.
Even the most impressive fan can't compete with your bullets. If you ever get tired of them, you can go to the forge and find weapons that would suit you better.
My internal radar pings with interest. The frustration from my failed attempts with the fan is erased. When will your forge be officially open to me?
Relax. Surprises always require having a little bit of patience.
Standing in front of an old industrial building in the N109 zone, I check the address Sylus sent me and nod to myself. This is the place. In the vast, open space, only the echoing sound of my footsteps breaks the silence. Dust particles float up with every step. No one has been here in a long time. Underground level, Section B. I make my way down the dimly lit staircase and hear the faint sound of a rhythmic hammering underground. Sylus? As soon as I push the door open, I'm hit with a blast of heat, carrying the scent of steel and fire. The room is bathed in the orange-red glow from the forge. The dancing flames cast swaying shadows across the walls. Sylus stands at the anvil with his back to me. His shirt, soaked in sweat, clings to his muscles as they're flexed with each strike of the hammer. It's the first time I've seen him like this. I hold my breath and linger by the doorway to take in the powerful scene.
Do you like what you see?
Gee, I wonder. I look up only to see Sylus's face with a hint of a teasing smile.
How long are you gonna keep staring?
I'm almost done. I walk over to stand beside him and make a show of examining the metal on the anvil. Even if you weren't Anakinas' leader, you could easily be a master blacksmith with your skills.
Unfortunately, Anakinas has no shortage of master blacksmiths.
The small piece of metal gradually stretches under those rapid strikes. It quickly takes on a recognizable shape. I hold out my hand to measure. The metal has smooth curves along its edges and is only about the size of my palm. It doesn't look like a weapon.
I'm just warming up.
Sylus stops and catches my curious hand. His palm is so hot that I almost feel like my skin is about to be burned.
Don't you want to see the weapons I've forged?
Without waiting for my answer, he pulls me toward the display rack on the other side of the forge. Various melee weapons forged by hand are on the rack. They range from daggers to long swords, and each one shines with a cold, dangerous light. Did you make all of these?
This is just a small portion.
He picks up a double-edged short sword with very little decorations. The blade gleams coldly. It resembles its maker in a way.
This was my first decent creation. It's a little too light, though. Do you want to feel it?
I take the short sword. It's heavy in my hand, but its length makes it surprisingly easy to wield.
A short sword isn't for slicing. It's for thrusting.
I think the writers know exactly what they were doing. Standing behind me, Sylus takes my wrist. His breaths land on the side of my neck as he speaks.
Imagine a shield-bearing warrior in front of you. You need to utilize the gap he exposes when he moves. You only have a second to thrust forward. Do you remember the boxing pose I taught you? You can't rely only on arm strength. There's also this.
His hand moves to my waist and glides across it. He guides me to transfer my strength from my core to my arms. My fingers tighten around the sword. My face is flushed, but I'm not sure if it's because of the forge's heat or his touch.
You're holding it so tightly. Are you afraid you'll lose it?
This is the first time I'm holding a short sword. I need more practice.
If you don't feel comfortable using it, then we can look at the most unique piece here.
Sylus takes the short sword from me and returns it to the display rack. Then he retrieves a unique triangular blade from the corner. It's cool. I've never seen anything like it before.
It's called a push dagger. The best choice for fighting at close quarters. Barely anyone uses it, though.
He demonstrates how to hold the push dagger, and I understand what makes this weapon special.
Treat the push dagger as an extension of your arm. You can slash and stab with it, but the most powerful technique is thrusting forward. It's like you're punching something. Attack me.
Why? Noticing my hesitation, he slightly quirks an eyebrow.
Injuring me won't be easy.
Seeing his provocative gaze, I feel the urge to prove him wrong. If that's how you want to play, then I'll definitely have to give it a try. The blade whistles through the air as Sylus effortlessly sidesteps and precisely catches my wrist. I use his grip to spin, and the sharp edge of the push dagger grazes his clothes.
You're too slow. Why are you still hesitating?
I don't want to hurt you. You sound just like my combat instructor.
I don't mind having that title, but there's no need to show a lot of deference to your teacher.
I only hit air for my next strike. I change the direction of my attack, but the momentum unexpectedly throws me off balance. Sylus quickly grabs my arm and pulls. I crash into his chest. I use this as a chance to point the push dagger at his neck. Its tip barely touches the vein that pulses with every breath. All's fair in love and war. Did I win? I catch my breath and flash a triumphant smile.
I surrender.
But weapons like this are only useful in the hands of a strong combatant, right?
Not necessarily. In the modern age, they're useful as fancy decor.
Then why did you make these weapons? They can't possibly be just for decoration.
Wouldn't you say traditional weapons are fascinating? They're the most direct extension of humanity's aggression. And yet they also represent their most honest desires. To kill, to conquer, and to protect.
He pulls a dagger from the rack, and his fingertips trace the beautiful pattern on the blade.
A few classic daggers are champions in combat. Hunting knives are born for the wilderness. And this curved blade, its infamy was earned on the battlefield and forged in blood.
The forge's flames are reflected in his eyes, yet his gaze remains as cold as a blade of ice.
Traditional weapons lack a gun's firepower, but they're better at revealing the true brutality of fighting. Their senses are pushed to their limits in close combat, and the intensity is accompanied with the prolonged process of dying. Everything relies on physical strength. That sort of brutality has a peculiar beauty to it.
I tilt my head as I look at him and nod. It's just like your appreciation for boxing, right?
You're not wrong. At first, I was curious about the resolve that was poured into creating these traditional weapons.
Did you find an answer?
There is no correct answer. You have to find it yourself.
Then why don't you teach me? I want to know what it's like to be a real blacksmith.
Sure. However, I've only been practicing for 2 months. If it weren't for your curiosity, this forge would probably be gathering dust until the end of time.
I guess I'm pretty lucky. I notice Sylus is acting different than usual. Fortunately, I discovered this hidden treasure. The forge's flames lick at the dark red steel block. I wipe away the sweat that drips from my brow.
Heat it for another 30 seconds.
Sylus stands half a step behind me, his hot chest almost touching my back as he checks the condition of the metal.
It's ready now. Take it out with the tongs.
I pull out the iron tongs, and the red-hot steel block hisses in the air. It radiates a frighteningly intense heat. Are we going to the anvil?
If I let a beginner like you do everything by yourself, you wouldn't be able to get out of bed tomorrow. It's good that this old relic can still be powered up.
I place the steel billet on the power hammer. With each resounding clang, sparks fly in all directions. Black impurities are separated from the steel surface.
Relax.
What did you just say? The combined noises of the bellows and power hammer drown out our voices. Sylus grasps my wrist.
You don't have to stand here like you're on guard duty. Aren't you tired?
His voice is close to my ear as he guides my hands. The steel is flipped and moved to ensure the power hammer's force is distributed evenly.
If the temperature isn't high enough, or the material's quality is poor, problems can easily show up at this stage.
Our piece looks great. It'll be fine. While I'm tempted to make those ornate weapons, I decide to forge a hunting knife. A hunter should use a hunting knife.
A beginner will struggle to make it regardless.
The hunting knife is starting to form. Now we need to place the steel billet on the anvil so it can be shaped.
Most hunting knives have a drop point shape that makes them better suited for dealing with prey. It doesn't need to be too long. Something under 25 centimeters should work.
The hammer is heavier than I imagined. Trying to strike the steel billet accurately isn't easy, and I almost miss it on my first attempt. Sylus stands nearby with his arms crossed. He watches as I hammer away and pant from the strenuous effort. It's more exhausting than I imagined.
Keep your hands steady. Your strikes need to be precise and powerful.
Mr. Sylus, has anyone told you how strict you are as a teacher? My arms feel like they're about to fall off.
No. You're my only student, after all.
After dozens of strikes, I'm drenched in sweat. The first signs of weakness creep into my arms. A clean towel is placed on my head. It wipes away the sweat that drenched my hair.
We're just getting started. Can you keep going?
Don't worry. I'll channel the determination I use for hunting wanderers.
You need to be fast. Don't let the metal cool down, or else you'll have to heat it up again. The process requires controlling the temperature and force. If you're not precise, you'll be rewarded with all kinds of accidents.
What are the ones you've experienced? With a faint smile, Sylus glances at me. He sees through my little scheme.
They rarely happen.
Can't you share some of your failures to make me feel better?
Pay attention, kitten. Otherwise, this will end up as scrap metal.
No, it won't. I've put in a lot of elbow grease. Anyone could see its extraordinary potential. The steel belay with its extraordinary potential gradually stretches. It reveals the beginnings of a hunting knife. Breathless, I note how my entire palm is burning with pain.
Don't force yourself. It looks like you're the one who's burning because of your elbow grease.
Sylus takes the hammer from me, and we alternate between heating and hammering until the steel belay takes on the semblance of a hunting knife.
Now, we've completed the most important initial stage.
Staring at the crude piece of metal in his hand, I can't help but think it's nowhere near the smooth, sharp blade I had imagined. It looks like an unremarkable piece of metal from a scrap heap.
Don't worry. It will undergo a complete transformation before you know it.
Quenching, tempering, trimming, polishing, crafting, and assembling the handle. After we finish these steps, I'm so tired that I could collapse on the spot. I don't know if the knife underwent a complete transformation, but I feel like I did. Seriously, I don't have an ounce of strength left.
You're still breathing, kitten. You'll live.
Sylus takes my wrist and turns my right hand over. My palm is still bright red, but at least there are no wounds. His calloused fingertips work their way up my sore forearm. He kneads my tense muscles with the perfect amount of force.
Bear with it. It won't be very effective if I don't apply some pressure.
Thanks to Sylus's healing touch, I regain my energy. Now I finally have enough strength to look at our finished product. It's beautiful. Our hard work paid off. I hold the hunting knife up to the light to examine the blade. It's not the best, but the weight in my hand gives me a sense of satisfaction. Sylus tests the edge with a sheet of paper. The paper is silently split in two.
The durability could be better, but its edge is good enough.
You're actually pleased with it, huh?
What? Do you want a gold star sticker for your efforts?
I shake my head and hold the knife out to him. It's satisfying to see surprise flash in his eyes. I'll give it to you. The first weapon we made together.
Are you paying your teacher?
No, it's a gift for Sylus. Sylus twirls the hunting knife between his fingers, and the ghost of a smile plays on his lips. It's as if he's appraising a worthy addition to his collection.
It would be cruel of me to not give you something in return.
He places a pair of golden bracelets in my palm. In the firelight, they exude a soft metallic glow. I study them before recognizing the familiar curves. They were made from the material he was working with earlier. This is what you were making, and you said it was just a warm-up.
A surprise should be saved for the very last moment.
Sylus lifts my hand and slides the bracelets onto my wrist. They fit. Did you secretly measure my wrist?
Do I need to?
I Can't suppress my smile as I happily shake my wrist. The bracelets clink together, and the sound is crisp. I didn't think a forge could create beautiful accessories as well.
It's an old forge that can't keep up with the times. But now it has a new purpose.
As I turn the bracelets, I notice something in the flickering firelight. There's an unfamiliar line of text on the inside of them. What does this mean? He doesn't answer. He just points at my heart. You have my heart.
I prefer this direct approach over the language of the fans.
The fire in the forge billows out silently. It melts our shadows into one. Ooh, so there's that. Now it's time for the cards. So based on what happens in each of them, we're gonna do passionate appraisal first, which is the one where he's taking care of us. Standing at the entrance of Lincoln Airport, I can barely see anything in the veiling rainfall.
I told you we should have brought an umbrella. You said it was too heavy, and now look at us.
How was I supposed to know it'd rain this hard? I'm not psychic.
Why are you yelling at me? Hey!
I'm not yelling at you. You started it.
I take out my phone and open my chat with Sylus. How's it going? I just arrived at the dock. How's it going? I picked it up. Show me. Come back so you can see for yourself. Frostfly is a vintage motorcycle that was made 30 years ago. There's only one left in the world, and it was housed in an overseas museum. Sylus somehow acquired the motorcycle. He even restored it before shipping it back to Lincoln City. Eager to see Frostfly, I came back right after my mission ended. 2 days earlier than we planned, to be exact. Who knows when this rain will let up? Standing here won't help. I note the route to the outdoor parking lot, but as soon as I step outside, a familiar car screeches to a halt in front of me. The window rolls down and Sylus waves at me.
Were you about to run in the rain, kitten? Hop in.
Sylus, what are you doing here? Overjoyed, I hurried toward the car and opened the door. But suddenly, those 2 passengers rush up to me.
Hi there. Mind if we share a ride? You can just drop us off near where you're headed.
Sorry, this is an unlicensed taxi with a flat rate. I doubt we can accept more passengers, right, sir? I slide into the passenger seat and give Sylus a look to signal him to play along.
5,000 each.
Why is it so high?
That's ridiculous.
It's the fare for the N109 zone.
The window rolls back up and I wave goodbye to them. Sorry about that. Enjoy your stay in Lincoln City. How did you know I was coming back today? I was planning to surprise you.
It wouldn't be weird for an unlicensed taxi driver to keep tabs on his passenger, right? I would have played along with your surprise, but as you can see, the weather had other plans.
The car stops at a red light. With amusement in his eyes, Sylus glances at me.
Still, you did manage to surprise me. Your hair's soaked. There's a towel in the door pocket.
Thank you for giving me warm hospitality in this N109 zone taxi. I'll give you a 5-star review. When I reach for the towel, I spot a chipped corner on the rearview mirror and what suspiciously looks like a bullet hole. What happened to your rearview mirror? Sylus follows my gaze, thinks for a moment, and then responds.
It probably got scraped a couple of days ago when I was being chased.
He speaks as if he's talking about a sparrow landing on his car.
Their aim was hilariously bad. They kept shooting at me, and emptied their magazines too. But that's all they could do. I forgot to fix it.
I figured as much.
Are you unsatisfied, kitten? Even so, it's too late to get out of the car and walk on foot.
I wouldn't dare. Compared to the security in the N109 zone, your unlicensed taxi is safer. The car inches forward, its headlights shining against the windows. Their light trickles down with the rain. Since I've returned to a familiar, comforting setting, all my travel fatigue washes over me.
Exhausted?
Sylus smiles. He's clearly in a good mood, so I grin. I'm fine. I've been dying to see Frostfly for several days now.
If I'd known you were this excited, I would have brought it back before you left. It's not going anywhere on its own. Get some rest.
The car grows quiet, and I drift off in no time. Half asleep, I sense my body being lifted from the car and placed onto a soft bed. Struggling to open my eyes, I wrap my arm around Sylus's neck and pull him closer.
What is it?
My mind is so foggy that thoughts slip out of my mouth. I finally have a vacation. There's so much I want to do. Stay with me?
Of course.
It rained for half a month straight in River Isle. I missed Lincoln City sunshine. Too bad it's gone today. And I missed you so much, Sylus. At least I got to see you today. A tender warmth brushes against my lips, then I'm swept into a comforting embrace.
It's nice to know I'm worth more than my motorcycle. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. He's such a sweetie. I wake up only to see it's pouring harder outside. Wish it stopped raining today. I want it to happen. Sylus casually tosses a dart which flies in a perfect arc through the air. It lands on the bullseye's black ring.
You're eager to go out, huh? You're not even concentrating on our game.
I refocus and pretend the dart in my hand is a bullet. Swift and precise, I hurl it at the target. It hits the wooden target, which sways precariously on its stand. Why did my throw look different from yours?
That dart is too light for you. Come here. I'll switch out its flight.
It pulls out a silver dart flight engages its weight in his hand.
It hasn't been maintained in ages, but it can work.
The dart flight's sharp edge grazes Sylus' fingertip and draws a bead of red blood. I grab his hand. The cut is already gone. The drop of blood on a flight proves I didn't imagine it. Are you healing faster now?
You're imagining things. It's only obvious if you compare me to a certain someone. You're always smashing your knuckles when chambering rounds. Your bones or the gun. Which one is tougher?
Sylus glances at the knuckle of my ring finger. That spot continues to get bruised.
The bruise was almost gone when you left. I guess a lot of wanderers in River Isle had a rough couple of weeks.
I tend to forget when I'm in a rush. At least it improves my reload speed. I narrow my eyes at Sylus' somewhat sardonic smile. I'm ready to give a retort. You're just erasing the evidence of your scars.
That's assuming anyone can injure me in the first place. Besides, I'm not always sneaking into no-hunt zones.
At least I bring guns and swords into those places. You show up unarmed and start swinging your fists.
Most weapons don't make it past scanners. You'll be at a disadvantage if you rely on them too much.
Normally you can do business without throwing punches.
My business isn't exactly normal, kitten.
After our little spar with old arguments, neither of us gains the upper hand, so we call a truce. I purse my lips, take the dart Sylus just assembled, and throw it at the bullseye.
A double bull is better. I'll make 2 more with this weight later. Let's go.
Where to? Are we out of darts?
We have plenty. The target is about to bite the dust, though. If we keep this up, my load-bearing wall might be next.
Looking at his fortress-like metal walls, I laugh and quickly follow him.
Is there another place you want to visit?
Can we do something legal in the N109 zone? We exit the theater and find ourselves on an empty street. A chilly night breeze dispels the building's lingering warmth. I shiver and clutch Sylus' arm as we descend the long steps. My excitement doesn't fade with the curtain call. I start humming a song from the performance, and Sylus immediately joins in. Sylus' voice is suddenly cut off. Hey, why did my harmony partner ditch me?
My soprano just went off key.
Ah!
You cheered a little too hard at the finale. That's probably why your throat hurts. I'll cut you some slack.
I cough a couple of times and realize my throat is actually sore. I was excited. It's been a while since I saw something good.
I could tell. Which part did you like the most?
I think for a moment before going back a few steps on the stairs. I take Sylus' hand and imitate the male lead's dramatic expression. Anais, what must I do to keep you from leaving? Sylus turns his hand and gently pulls me into his embrace before I can break character. Standing on a higher step, I rest my chin on Sylus' shoulder. A puddle on the sidewalk is still as it reflects us. I reach a hand out from under the overhang. Sylus, The rain stopped. My vacation has officially started.
Are we picking up the bike first, or are we still pretending to be law-abiding citizens?
Even though I have free time, I don't know what we should do first. Let's get something warm to soothe my throat before I decide.
Wait for me in the car.
What will our Lincoln night owls do tonight?
I try my best to keep my eyes open. Sylus approaches with a cup of milk tea.
Tired?
I take the paper cup and drink. The sweetness soothes my fatigue. A little, but now I'm fully recharged thanks to this. Are you ready for an epic night?
Sure, I'm all ears.
Kiwi Cinema is doing a midnight rerun of Terror Island Hunt in 30 minutes. I already got the tickets. It's a classic. The research team is stuck on a deserted island that's attacked by vicious wanderers. What do you think? Is it safe enough to watch a horror movie with a bona fide deep space hunter?
Probably. I'm sure those researchers will survive with you in the audience. What are we doing after?
We'll grab Fosfly and race along the river. My sneeze is followed by a brief ringing in my ears.
Did you catch a cold?
I don't think... I'm surprised. My voice sounds nasal. Sylus presses the back of his hand against my forehead. His hand is cold, and my heart sinks. Don't tell me I have a fever. Great.
Well, you're warm at the very least. How are you feeling?
This sucks. My plan to go for a ride by the riverside. It's ruined.
You're sick. Which means you should rest. Even the toughest body can't withstand an onslaught inside and out.
As Sylus starts the car, I lean over to stop him and wearily narrow my eyes. Where are you taking me? You're not driving straight home, right? He buckles my seatbelt, puts my hands in my lap, and then quickly kisses the top of my head before he straightens his posture.
Relax. You're my hostage now. Where's the nearest hospital, my dear Lincoln citizen? Can you give me directions?
I said it's no big... Sylus turns his head slowly to look at me. I sigh before I pull out my phone to open up the navigation app.
Destination, Eterno Central Hospital. You are 4.9 kilometers away. Initiating navigation.
Let's go. Those researchers will have to fend for themselves. The doctor spoke really fast, and the instructions aren't clear about the dosage. How am I supposed to take these?
The cough syrup's for coughs. The fever meds are for when you're at 38 degrees Celsius or higher. Give me your phone.
I do as he says, and Sylus taps the screen a few times. Then he gives it back to me. On the screen are the words Meow's alarm clock, and I see several cartoon cats under it. I can't resist the urge to tap one.
Meow meow. It's not time for you to take your medicine.
Silas, I can't believe you...
What about me?
I didn't expect you to use a cute alarm app.
When it comes to alarms, let the pros handle it. The cuteness is part of their charm. Besides, this one reminds me of you.
Silas taps the Dragon Lee on the screen. Startled, it jumps.
Meow meow. It's not time for you to take your medicine.
I'm almost jealous of how energetic it is. Get sick on the first day of my vacation, though. Talk about bad timing. Silas opens the passenger door and gestures for me to get in.
I've never nursed anyone back to health before. Do you mind if I give it a try?
You have my permission, Sylus the caregiver. As soon as we step inside, I lead Sylus to my room and pull out a blanket and a duvet cover. I washed the bedding before I left. Can you put it on? I'll freshen up. I walk out of the bedroom. The running water drowns out any sounds from the bedroom. I tilt my head. It's eerily quiet. Sylus, are you still there? Without bothering to dry my hands, I push open the bedroom door. Maybe I'll just do it myself. In the bedroom, the duvet cover billows through the air. A dark red energy is wrapped around it. Meanwhile, the poor blanket is budged up awkwardly in one corner. Sylus is calmly using his evol to guide the blanket into place. Huh?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Afraid I'll laugh too loudly and kill his motivation, I stifle my giggles and walk out of the bedroom. Hey, if it works, it works. Sylus actually struggles when it comes to certain things. Mulling over a way to teach Sylus how to make the bed, I brush my teeth. Then I look in the mirror and see someone is standing next to me. Sylus casually grabs a toothbrush and toothpaste from the cabinet. He starts brushing his teeth. We lock eyes in the mirror and the toothpaste foams at our mouths. For some reason, a wonderful happiness suddenly blooms in my heart. Being sick doesn't seem so bad.
What?
I watch him shake my head and smile. Sylus wipes the leftover toothpaste foam from the corner of my mouth.
Did the fever make you delirious? Why are you grinning?
I was thinking, Anakinas' big bad boss man can't deal with bedding.
I messed up.
Without warning, he scoops me up and carries me into the bedroom. The familiar minty scent of toothpaste permeates.
We won't know if it's correct until we test it.
Only when Sylus uses his evol to wrap me up in the blanket do I realize what he meant by test. Now I'm like a caterpillar. I wriggle, poke my head out of the blanket, and glare daggers at Sylus. He's currently on his phone as he rests against the headboard.
How to change your blanket cover all by yourself. Super easy.
He's petty. Sylus, who taught you to care for sick people like this?
You sleep like you're trying to conquer the bed. You need to stay bundled up so you don't catch a cold.
I roll over twice and wedge myself in his embrace. You're proud you get to bully the sick, huh? Hurry up and free me!
You can't sleep like that?
The blanket is loosened. I regain the use of my limbs and immediately cling to Sylus like an octopus. I rest my head on his arm. I'm very satisfied with my new pillow. Much better. After getting a good night's sleep, I feel refreshed. I hop out of bed, stretch, and realize all my aches and fatigue are gone. As Sylus walks into the room in his outer clothes, I smile at him. Good morning.
You look lively. You're feeling better now?
Why are you already dressed up? Looks like he's about to head out, so I plop onto the bed. Closing my eyes, I press my hand against my forehead. Angst. I stood up too quickly. Now my head hurts.
It does?
I dodge his outstretched hand and suppress a chuckle. Concerned, Silas's brow furrows. Can't just ditch his duty after one night. I think I still have a fever. I might need your help with getting up.
It's really bad, huh? That bagel with bacon and pork floss is going into my stomach, I guess. Oh, and we can't forget the coffee. Sick people should stick to bland food.
Huh? Silas, the caregiver, doesn't even leave me a crumb. Vengeance stirs in my heart, so I start giving out orders. My throat hurts. I want tea. Silas puts down his magazine and heads to the kitchen. Holding the teacup, I'm surprised he's being cooperative. I decide to keep pushing my luck. What are you reading?
Lincoln Literary Weekly.
My eyes hurt. Is it a bit much if I ask you to read the text out loud? Sylus actually picks up the magazine, sits next to me, and starts reading.
At dusk, orderly daytime streets grow restless. It's as if someone pressed the fast-forward button on everything. The night sky crawls overhead at a pace you can practically see. It melts with the sunlight to create a sweet, sugary glow.
The honeysuckle tea tastes wonderful, and the article is beautifully written. I'm bored. I can't sit still.
Why are you fidgeting so much? Where does it hurt?
My entire body is aching.
Do you want to lie down on the couch while I read?
I don't have any strength left. I can't move. I remember buying a 2-player game and I couldn't beat it alone. We could...
Is this really the time to play video games? You said your eyes hurt.
I basically shot myself in the foot. Sylus goes back to reading, and just when I give up on trying to endure... A strange noise makes us turn our heads. Outside, Mephisto is pecking the window. Sylus gets up to open it, and Mephisto flies in. What is he saying?
He's asking why I disappeared for an entire day and night.
Mephisto opens his beak and drops a bullet onto the coffee table. The shell glints coldly. It's stained with a bit of blood.
You're still not over it.
Remembering the bullet marks on his car, I could guess things are chaotic again in the N109 zone. I hop off the couch and press the car key into his hand. You can go, Sylus. I've been okay for a while now.
Are you sure? You said you had a headache and your throat and eyes aren't doing so great either.
I was messing with you. I'm fine. It's just a cold. I hastily try to explain myself, but I see Sylus is watching me with amusement. He knew I was faking it. You... Watching me pretend to be sick is funny, huh? You rascal.
You're so energetic. You really did recover, kitten. The fierce cat is cute when it acts sweet every once in a while.
Sweet? That's not even how it works.
I haven't seen anyone do it before. How would I know?
Not wanting to waste time with bickering, I nudge him toward the door. Go already, and bring back Frostfly, okay? I'm waiting for my ride.
Talk about heartless. I dote on you all day, but Frostfly still wins in the charisma department. There are extra bagels in the fridge. Make sure to toast them.
I know. Now shoo!
I'll be here around noon tomorrow at the latest. Stay put and don't wander around.
I know. Sylus stands in the doorway, his gaze on me. I wave goodbye as I close the door. Just before it's completely shut, I can't help but blurt out one more reminder. Be careful.
I know.
Silence descends over the living room. I let out a sigh of relief and stay where I am. A faint emptiness slips in. Why didn't you go with him? He looks a little guilty. Eyeing the culprit that sent Sylus away, I reach out. I have a mischievous idea. Call all you want. No one is going to save you. Sylus is busy right now. You might as well give up. I catch Mephisto before he can flee and slap the last pink diamond sticker on his head. Satisfied with my colorful masterpiece, I clap my hands in delight. I'm done playing with you. Off you go. Mephisto frantically spreads his wings and bolts. Now it's finally quiet. Gazing at the midday sun, I sigh and collapse onto my bed. If only I could fall asleep and wake up tomorrow at noon. Please let it happen.
Meow meow, it's medicine time. Please take 2 white pills.
Meow's alarm clock wakes me up in the late afternoon. What time is it now? Why does my head hurt so much? I silence the alarm. My head feels fuzzy, but I vaguely recall needing to eat something before taking my medicine. A sharp pain stabs my throat as I swallow. There's a problem. Why do I have a fever again? I take my meds and fall onto the bed. Checking my phone, I see 2 unread messages from Sylus. How does it feel? Did you fall asleep again? Yes. Worried that I'm bothering him, I close our chat and return to Meow's alarm clock. I only pretended to be sick, but now I'm actually burning up. I wonder how Sylus is doing.
Meow meow, it's not time for you to take your medicine. Meow meow, it's not time.
Just as loneliness starts creeping in, my phone rings. It's Sylus. I sit up, clear my throat, and try my best to sound normal. What's up?
You're awake. You sound hoarse. Another fever?
I'm just thirsty. Are you on the bike right now?
Yeah, I'm on the road.
On the other end of the phone, the wind howls. He must still be busy, so I force myself to stay alert. Focus on writing. I'm going back to sleep.
You sound like you're acting tough. Are you sure you don't need me?
Of course, he sees right through me. I quickly deny it. You're overthinking it. I'm fine, really.
All right, then. I was planning to send a dark messenger to look after you, but I guess that won't be necessary.
Is Sylus saying... Hope flutters in my chest, so I carefully ask a question. What? Are you trying to surprise me again?
You should be there soon.
My smile vanishes the moment I see Mephisto at the window. He's covered in sparkly stickers. This is your dark messenger, Mephisto?
Oh, right. He's not exactly dark anymore, thanks to the stickers you slapped on him.
Disappointment churns in my chest. Fighting back a cough, I hide under the covers. If I don't see him, then I can't be upset about it.
Why so quiet? Are you mad? Can't you give Mephisto a chance? Just open the window.
You're not secretly Mephisto.
Uh-oh. You can't tell whether I'm a bird or not. Are we sure you're still fine? Let's check your temperature. You think you can dodge the thermometer? I can still get a reading. Still warm.
Just running its course.
Really? You sound even weaker than you did on the phone.
It's totally not
You
because
feel
of you.
worse because I'm here?
When I'm alone, I could tough it out.
What do you do then?
Well, now that you're here...
Good ventilation. You're wrapped up so tight under the blanket. You can't cool down like that. You're ill and only I can help you recover. Unlucky. Pick a cooler spot. If you feel uncomfortable, just say so. Airflow's good. You'll cool down quickly. It's nice, right?
I don't know if I'm cooling down with your hand there. My waist is sore.
Is there another difficult request?
You're not allowed to leave my line of sight.
That's difficult to you?
What if I make you sick?
Then we'll get the same virus. I'm not good at taking care of sick people. That kiss was me projecting my feelings. I hope it wasn't too bad.
Maybe being in a good mood does help with recovery. I quickly fall asleep once my headache goes away. Somewhat awake, I reach for Sylus's hand whenever I open my eyes.
I'm right here. Go back to sleep.
In the early morning, Sylus helps me sit up for some porridge and meds. Then I doze off. When I wake up again, it's noon. In the mirror, I see the reflection of someone who's pale and listless.
Do you want to rest some more?
No thanks. The more I sleep, the more my head hurts.
Hungry?
I shake my head. I have no appetite and feel down in the dumps. Looks like my entire vacation will be wasted. I'll be stuck at home while I recover.
I'm surprised you have enough energy to worry about that.
I rarely feel so weak. Sylus ruffles my hair and I can almost see a flicker of tenderness in his eyes.
You're strong. It's just that your body decided you needed to take a break. Honestly, I think the chance to waste time with you is rarer than any vacation. And I want to cherish every second of it.
Worried I'll get depressed if I'm bored, Sylus tracks down the movie we missed that night, Terror Island Hunt. The plot is interesting. A wander appears on the screen and it looks familiar. Isn't that the hideous wanderer I ran into in No Hunt Zone 32? The film is surprisingly accurate. I'm about to mention it to Sylus when I realize he's already asleep. He's in the exact same position as when we started. He's not moving and there are faint dark circles under his eyes. Sylus hasn't been able to rest lately, huh? I carefully move out of his embrace and pick up the remote. Sylus immediately opens his eyes.
Don't pause it. I'm still watching.
But your eyes were literally closed. Sylus pulls me back down beside him and hits the play button before I can say anything else.
So, why is the Wanderer like that? It's ugly.
Seeing how serious he looks, I find myself wanting to laugh. I take out a pair of sunglasses from a drawer and put them on him, lower the volume, and make him get into a comfortable position. I curl up against him and respond with an equal amount of bossiness. This sick person needs a silent human pillow when it comes to movie time. Sleep.
At your service.
When he's not feeling well, he doesn't admit it, and he calls me stubborn. The movie ends and Sylus wakes up. He somehow conjures a box from who knows where and sets it on the coffee table. What is that?
Aren't you bored? This should keep you entertained.
While I'm still confused, Mephisto flies out of the kitchen. He lands on the table as if he owns it.
He pulled off the stickers you gave him. Don't reapply them.
Maybe he's emboldened since Sylus is backing him up. There's a haughtiness to his cause. I open the box and almost go blind. It's full of prismatic feathers, diamond-studded wings, a glittering gold beak.
Stickers peel off too easy. These parts are sturdier.
Why do I feel like he's cursing me?
Calm down and don't move. I'm going to cook. Have fun, kitten. If you can't figure out how to attach them, call me.
Sylus heads to the kitchen. In despair, Mephisto flaps his wings twice. He eyes the box of parts. Aww. He keels over in a dramatic fashion on the table. When Sylus finishes cooking, I let our glitterily I let our glittery, newly modified Mephisto go. Now it's just us. We settle down on the small sofa by the bed, and Sylus continues to read that essay about Twilight.
Birds return to their nests while people hurry home to eat a hot meal for dinner.
I'm holding a bowl of soup with radish and sugarcane. Unbelievably bitter. I could only guess one of the herbs were undercooked. I have to put a lot of effort into not scrunching my face.
What's wrong? You look like you just ate a lemon.
You don't think the soup you made might be the problem here? I quietly put the bowl aside and respond. My voice is still raspy. I was thinking, you got the short end of the stick.
Hmm?
You rarely get sick or injured, so you don't get the chance to be taken care of by me. It's not fair.
Ah, I see you're overthinking again. If our roles were switched, you'd be way better at taking care of me. I think I got a great deal.
Sylus tucks my arm back under the blanket and shifts so I can comfortably lean on him. I've never seen you unwell to the point where you needed someone with you.
That doesn't mean it never happens. But when you live in a world where only the strong survive, you learn to hide your wounds. To be honest, you're just as stubborn as I am when it comes to toughing things out.
Now that I think about it, having someone spoil you when you're sick isn't so bad. Although being sick isn't great, letting Anakinas' boss man take good care of me makes it worthwhile. Satisfied, I plant a kiss on his cheek. Mwah.
Don't celebrate too early. I'll eventually collect what I'm owed. Now that I have someone who's ready to spoil me, you better expect me to take full advantage of it.
That's it. That's this card. And now we are going to do this one, Shared Bliss. So it's not gonna have a cinematic scene like Passionate Appraisal did. There is gonna be interactive scenes though. But let me tell you, this one gets a little spicy. Very spicy. Not like full on like obvious stuff, but very heavily implied. So just be ready. I don't have this on speaker if anyone else is around. That's all I'll say. Here we go.
I'm so tired. Why is this abnormal fluctuation still here? I already lost count of how many wanderers we've encountered this month.
Empathetic, I nod while taking off my equipment one piece at a time. I put them away before plugging in my phone. It's been off for a while. I Can finally rest tomorrow. I hope these wanderers will calm down for now.
Whenever I hear an alert from my watch now, my heart practically stops beating.
Because of the abnormal fluctuations in the Deepspace tunnel this month, Lincoln City has experienced frequent wanderer attacks. The number of missions we get has significantly increased.
Forget work. I'm going to do nothing at home all day tomorrow.
I've been so busy these past few days that I haven't talked to Sylus. I wonder what his plans are for tomorrow. I tap on the familiar avatar and see that the latest message is a photo of a carefully cultivated lawn. It's covered with slender flower buds. This place looks familiar. After saying goodbye to Tara, I leave the association's building and start a video call with Sylus.
You done with work today, kitten? You got off early. You look happy. Did your mission wrap up nicely?
Yeah, this hunter finally has a day off tomorrow.
Got it. Wait for me. I'll pick you up.
No need. I'll just get on my motorcycle and drive there. I want to use your tools to fix my overworked 270HN. There are so many flowers in that photo. You're not in the N109 zone, huh?
I'm at Lincoln's outskirts. The place you visited last winter.
We're going to that secluded estate?
Yes. I've tidied the place up. It's better for growing flowers compared to the N109 zone. Datura requires a lot of sunlight. Those are its flower buds in the photo. You're just in time for their flowering season. If we're lucky, we'll see them bloom soon.
I could tell you've been working hard. You have dark circles under your eyes.
Right back at you. I think you need more rest than your little motorcycle. You still remember the way, right? See you soon.
After hanging up, I stare at the darkened phone screen. Something's off. Sylus was acting different today. He spoke so languidly. I wonder if he hasn't been sleeping well lately. I should ask him about it once I'm there. I get on my motorcycle and head to Sylus's estate in the suburbs. It's evening by the time I arrive. The manor's butler leads me to the underground boxing ring where Sylus is. The layout feels different from last time.
Mr. Sylus renovated the mansion. The larger room has been converted into a collection room.
After gesturing here and there to give me directions, the butler leaves. I turn to the boxing ring. Sorry, I didn't want to, miss out on his, breathing. Sylus's movements are lightning fast. The punching bag swings violently with each strike. This is different from his usual technical boxing style. Rather than practice, it looks more like he's blowing off steam. Something's not right. Sylus sees me standing in the doorway. After he steadies the punching bag, he walks over.
Why didn't you say anything? It looks like you've lost weight, too.
I doubt it.
2 weeks, to be exact. And I still remember what you look like, kitten.
I move closer to him and cradle his face to examine it. Speaking of changes, a certain someone should explain his own. I freeze as I feel his abnormally high temperature. I immediately check his forehead and neck. He's burning up. Sylus, are you sick?
It's this.
Sylus brushes back his hair that's soaked in sweat. He looks at me, and a crimson glint shines in his eye for a moment. The Aether Core? Why is it...
Do you remember the abandoned church? The spatial anomaly disappeared and left behind some ruins. A special protofield formed at that location. My Aether Core can sense it, so it's a little... agitated.
But we were there not too long ago. Why is it now? Is it because of the deep space tunnel's fluctuations?
This sensation isn't unfamiliar. It'll disappear once the fluctuations subside. The further away I am from those ruins, the weaker its effects are.
And here I thought you moved here because you developed an interest in taking care of flowers.
You don't need to be alarmed. I'm not that fragile.
Having a fever for who knows how long isn't good. Can we physically cool you down? I take out my phone and request a day off. Sylus glances at my phone and raises his eyebrow.
That won't be necessary for now. But there is something you can help me with.
Which is... He rests his head in the crook of my neck. The searing heat from his body and his breath touches my skin.
Change that number. Make it 3 days. Since you're already here, you might as well stay until the flowers bloom.
Sylus is taking a shower in the bathroom. The lights are off and I'm in bed. Unable to sleep, I toss and turn. What's it like to be affected by a protocore that amplifies desire? I pick up my phone and search for terms like desire and stress relief.
Humans are governed by 7 emotions and 6 desires. Emotions are difficult to define clearly. Desires, on the other hand, are easier to identify. Of course, desires aren't limited to 6 types. We can also talk about the desire for control, the desire for pleasure, the desire to cause harm, even the desire to shop. We must acknowledge all forms of desire, recognize them, and satisfy.
If I treat the symptoms in the right way, it should be cured, right?
Why are you mumbling? Shouldn't you be sleeping?
Sylus walks over and sits down on the edge of the bed. In the darkness, his eye glows faintly as he looks at me. It's impossible to ignore. I've been researching ways to calm down the protocore in your eye.
It won't be that easy. It's very, very greedy.
His warm breath is just centimeters away. The red glow in his eye intensifies. Are you still uncomfortable?
Yes.
Raises his arm to cover his eyes while his other hand tugs at the collar of his bathrobe. His fingers fumble with the sash at his waist and they can't untie the knot. Maybe it's because he's in a hurry. Let me help you. The room is too dim, so I lean in to try and untie the knot. He suddenly grabs my hand.
That's enough. If you keep this up, You can forget about getting any sleep.
You're saying this protocore will make you eat me?
Maybe.
In your current state, it's unclear who would eat home.
Yeah. So, go to bed. We can worry about fixing me tomorrow. Good night.
Kisses my forehead with lips that feel unnaturally warm. The burning heat continues to worry me. I need to figure out what the Aether Core wants and fast. Sylus props his head up with his left hand. He idly spins a piece of silverware with his right. That's the last one. What do you think?
I don't like it.
His appetite isn't what needs to be satisfied either. For 3 days, I've been making him do all sorts of activities to figure out what desire the Aether Core is amplified. Boxing, chess, car racing. Sylus has been cooperative, but he's still not interested in anything.
What's next?
There's an auction in this hotel's ballroom at 9:30. I heard the highlight will be a piece of beautiful jadeite. Maybe you'll feel the urge to buy it? I pull up photos of the auction items on my phone.
That's mine.
Huh? Sylus zooms in on the auction item's description card. Seller, Mr. R.
I acquired a piece with better clarity and texture. So, it was pointless to keep that one. They approached me for a collaboration, so I commissioned them to sell it.
Another option is crossed off the list. Unsure of whether disappointment or worry weighs heavier in my heart, I put down my phone. Satisfying a protocore's desire is very difficult.
Are you ready to give up?
No. I made a promise to help you. I'm a little anxious, though. It's been several days and we still haven't found the root cause.
You're the only person who treats a date like it's a mission. In any case, those days weren't a waste of time. If it weren't for this protocore, I wouldn't have known you're also interested in jadeite. Let's go. Give me a chance to show off my collection.
Seeing his smile and him in a good mood, I can't help but feel happy. This newly renovated collection room looks more like an exhibition hall. Rather than appreciate a vibrantly green, lustrous jadeite, I'd rather look at the strange display wall. A rusty watch and a broken lampshade. They're part of a collection? Are those items over there antiques?
They're worthless. Technically speaking, they are its collection.
Sylus points to his right eye.
They're items that can't actually be displayed.
Does it use you to collect certain things?
Sometimes it's a lavish dinner, or a few rare gems. Other times it's a gambler's victory, or an insignificant statement. Its appetite can be more on the voracious side. It's capable of devouring the life of an entire planet. The way it eats is also unique.
Sylus doesn't continue, but I understand the items can't actually be displayed, represent. This protocol desires things that are more vivid and ephemeral.
As I said, it's greedy. When it wants something precious, it doesn't just put those things out to admire them. It possesses them and devours them until not even a crumb remains. So, I don't let it get its way every time.
Silas's gaze is profound as he looks at me. It's as if it could pull in someone's soul. His expression gives me a theory. Now it only needs to be confirmed.
You don't have to.
Our fingers intertwine and the energy within him flows between us. Unlike the warmth I've experienced before, my body feels like it's being roasted over an open flame. Like a massive boulder's being pressed against my brain. My heart races and trembles as desire surges through me in waves. In my mind, a voice that's vague yet familiar repeats the same words. Possess him. He's yours. Devour him. I struggle to suppress these thoughts, but my body keeps moving towards Sylus. Only our proximity could ease that overwhelming desire.
Stop.
Sylus lets go of my hand. Disoriented, I fall back, but it catches me. I don't know when my fingernails dug themselves into his arm and left several bloody marks. They're already healing rapidly.
Don't move.
Why did I? A wave of dizziness cuts off my words. I stare at his arm, now completely healed. I'm unable to gather my thoughts.
I told you not to do it. Are you scared?
A desire that intense. He's been suppressing it this whole time. It wants to devour everything.
No, it doesn't. At least not this time.
He pats my hand. I notice his fever seems to have subsided to some extent. Your temperature went down. Is it because of our resonance?
Maybe.
Then couldn't we try again, too?
No. It's an addictive feeling.
Straddling Silas's lap, I press my hand against his cheek that's still hot. How is getting to a normal body temperature related to addiction? Let me help you.
You should rest. All this cooling down and resonance and whatnot. I don't want to drain away my hunter's precious vacation time. It's already short as it is.
I know he doesn't want me to be affected anymore, so I strategically retreat. Even if we don't resonate, you could try to get some sleep. I'll watch over you.
Really?
A hint of a smile appears at the corner of Silas's lips. Carrying me, he stands up. I wrap my arms around his neck. What are you doing? He carries me to the bedroom.
I'm listening to your advice and going to bed.
Sylus actually falls asleep quickly. Maybe it's because his fever went down a little. Hearing his steady breathing, I breathe a sigh of relief. Lying down next to him, I close my eyes without even realizing it. If his temperature doesn't return to normal by tomorrow, I'll have to resonate with him again. Doesn't matter if he wants it or not. When I open my eyes again, he's still sleeping. Clearing the fog from my mind, I realize that during my sleep, I've wedged myself into his embrace. My head is resting on his arm. I can't believe I slept that well. What time is it? I'm so thirsty. I step out of the bedroom. Bright sunlight pouring through the window tells me it's already noon. The manor's butler politely nods to me and promptly offers a glass of water. Thanks.
You're welcome. Would you like me to prepare dinner for you two later?
It's rare for Sylus to sleep so deeply. We won't eat dinner for now.
Very well. Please call me if you need anything.
I notice signs of life outside the window. In 3 days, those flower buds are almost halfway done with blossoming. Wait, could I ask you for a favor? I return to the bedroom carrying a pot of blooming datura. I carefully place it by the window. The sunlight filtering through the gap in the curtains bathes the flowers in a dreamy, ethereal glow. Sylus will see the flowers have bloomed when he wakes up. Maybe that'll lift his spirits. Just as I'm trying to quietly slip out, my phone suddenly rings. Awakened by the sound, Sylus lies languidly on his stomach, his hands sprawled across the pillow. The beam of light slips past the curtains and illuminates his furrowed brow. As he raises his arm, the blanket slides from his shoulders to his waist. He tilts his head toward me, his eyes narrowed slightly.
What are you doing?
You're awake? I saw those flowers bloom, so I thought...
Come here, kitten.
Before I can react, black-red energy wraps itself around my waist. I'm pulled toward him. I tumble onto the soft bed. In the dim lighting, Sylus's eyes appear unusually bright.
You said you'd watch over me. Why are you running away?
I could tell that Sylus is acting more differently now than he did before falling asleep. The Protocore's influence is getting stronger. I should resonate with you again. Sylus releases me and touches his right eye.
What if I told you its desire isn't what's causing trouble this time?
The slight movement of his Adam's apple betrays Sylus's current state. That desire has spread beyond his eye. Sylus moves his fingers and red mist silently draws the curtains closed. As the room is plunged into darkness, he turns and pulls me into his embrace.
Stay like this. Don't move.
Sylus, you... Feeling his searing body heat against mine, I'm reminded of the sensations of last night. That overwhelming desire to be close, to possess, to claim every part of him as my own. Push his arm away and sit up. Sylus opens his eyes again and frowns. It's fine if you don't want me to help with my evil, since it wants me this time. Then I'll give it what it wants. If I satisfy its desire, you'll recover, right? A dangerous light flashes in Sylus's eyes as he grips my waist and pulls me closer to him. He tilts his head up, and his lips touch a spot behind my ear. His movements are slow and deliberate. The trail of kisses he leaves in his wake travel downward. The sensations of his teeth grazing my skin and his warm breath make me tremble.
You're not afraid. What it wants is for me to completely devour you.
Cradle Sylus's face with both hands, lower my head and stare into those red eyes. It won't happen.
You believe in my self-control that much?
Just an Aether core. I have one too. Even if that day arrives, I won't surrender without a fight. So when you're with me, you don't need to control your desire. I'll help you.
Help me.
His grip on my waist tightens, and something flashes in Sylus's eyes.
Those are your words, not mine. Before you help me completely unleash it. Don't leave me.
The tingling sensation is like a dangerous trap. It's luring me in and asking me to recklessly succumb. The intense heat I felt during our resonance hits me again. It blazes from his red eye. I'll respond to it in every way I can. Ooh. Oh, damn. I can't remember how much time has passed. Dazed, I reach over to touch the space beside me, yet I only feel the soft silk bedding. Sylus?
I'm here.
Sylus walks through the pitch-black room. Upon reaching the bedside, he gives me a glass of water. He watches me drink it. Still drowsy, I subconsciously pull him to sit on the bed. Then I immediately reach up to feel his forehead. Your fever's gone.
It is. Your phone kept ringing, so I took it out of the room. It's probably a notification from your association. The abnormal fluctuations are gone.
Fluctuations disappeared and you're better now. I could sleep a little longer. I bob back onto the bed and pull the covers over me. I prepare to sink back into a land of dreams. Sylus leans down to look at me more closely. I didn't get enough sleep.
I know. That's why I'll help you fall back asleep.
You know how?
Close your eyes and clear your mind. Last night, I had a dream after I fell asleep.
Drowsiness washes over me, and the voice in my ears gradually fades.
In that dream, a voice reminded me to hide my treasure. No one should be able to discover it. I also shouldn't let others take it away.
I'm submerged in a sea. I'm submerged in a sea of sleepiness. With my eyes closed, I can barely make out what Sylus is saying. So what did you do?
I said that even if those things were lost, I'd always find a way to make them return so long as I wanted them back.
My consciousness drifts between wakefulness and sleep, and his voice becomes part of my dreams.
There is one treasure I've always been reluctant to show other people. I'm worried that I'll lose her. Fortunately, my treasure has legs. She's strong, intelligent, and sometimes a little sly. She can't be stolen from me. Are you asleep?
Sylus looks at the sleeping figure on the bed. He's quiet for a moment. He knows he's smiling.
That was embarrassingly cheesy. It'd be great if you didn't hear what I said.
No takebacks. But yeah, I felt like it'd be good to show both of these cards together since we get sick in one and he has some issues in the other. But that was fun. They were both good. Be sleepy. Well, that's it for now. Let me just double check something. Okay, that's fine. Well, thank you for those that were watching here live with me today. If you haven't already, please be sure to give me a follow here on Twitch, as that does help me with my goals here. For those watching in the future, thank you for watching my VODs. Please be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that'll let you know when more VODs become available and when I post songs to my main channel. That's all for now. Have a fantastic day. See you next time. Bye-bye.